What's going on today, guys? Thank you so much for clicking on my video. In today's video, we have something a little bit different for you guys. We're stepping away from the control and we're jumping right into the aggro. So I hope you guys are ready for this little mix-up we have going on here, because today's card that we're highlighting is this guy right here, Basri Ket. I'm really excited to bring this one to you guys. So let's cue the music and jump right in. Welcome everybody. I am excited to bring you guys this deck. Like I said in the intro, this is not the typical deck you'd see on the channel, so I'm really excited to bring it to you because it is a heavy creature, turn them sideways, break your opponent's face type deck. So I'm really excited to show you guys what we got here. Before we jump into the deck breakdown though, and the gameplay footage for you guys, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? I'm just kidding. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. We do post videos every single Monday. Sometimes throughout the week on Wednesdays and whatnot, I'll throw in an extra video if I have time. But I really appreciate every single one of you who have subbed to the channel. We've seen a tremendous amount of growth over the last few months, and I want to thank you all for your support. It really means the world to me. Also, if you guys want to talk to me live, we are on Twitch every single Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. Sorry, it's a mouthful, I know. There is a link in the description below if you just want to click that, drop a follow, and hit the notifications. You should be all set, and we can talk to each other live and say what's up. I'd really appreciate it. So let's jump into it. Let's talk about the deck list here. So what we have is a, like I said, heavy creature based deck. This deck revolves around putting a ton of 1/1 tokens onto all of our creatures, making them very big threats very quickly, and proliferating constantly. So that way everybody across the board is just getting bigger and bigger, and we go super wide and we smash our opponent's face. That right there is the game plan in a nutshell. So who do we have first? Obviously, 4 Pelt Collectors. This card is great because it's a 1-drop. It keeps the tempo aggressive. We drop this down turn 1. Turn 2, this thing typically is a 3/3, and I'm going to show you guys how that works here in a second. Up next, we have Ozolith. Now, this one's a fun one. We didn't really get a chance to explore this very much because we didn't run into too much control on our playlist here that you're going to see. We got like 7 or 8 games and we didn't see one board wipe. But this is board wipe insurance. And what I mean by that is every time your creature dies and it has any sort of tokens on there, those tokens now transfer over to the Ozolith. The Ozolith holds those tokens until you're following attack step, and you can put them on any other creature you want. So say your board gets wiped and you have 3 creatures on the board with all 3 1/1 counters on them. All you have to do is play another creature the following turn, and you swing in with that one creature for 9 because it gains all of those tokens, and they throw them right there on that new creature, so you can rebuild very quickly and become a threat once again. So Ozolith is great for this deck. It works really well with the synergies, but we do just want to run 3 because you don't typically ever want to have 2 of these in your hand. So up next, we have Stonecoil Serpent. This has been a staple on a lot of green aggro style decks. It does become a creature with multiple 1/1 tokens on it, depending on how much you want to give it. X is its cost, so however big it is however much mana you have to spare to play it. So if you play a Pelt Collector and you play Serpent on turn 2 for 2, your Pelt Collector just got a 1/1 token on it, your Serpent's got 2 1/1 counters on it, and you're good to go, and the plan is commencing. So 4 of those, you got to have your early game curve out. And then we have 3 heroic interventions. This is just for protection if you don't have an Ozolith out. This is a really good backup plan. You know, you want to give all your permanents hexproof if they're being targeted for single removal spells like elimination, whatever it may be. Heroic intervention is a really good way to stop that. Or if you want to catch your opponent off guard, if they have a bigger board state than you and decide to swing in, you could drop a heroic intervention, giving all your creatures indestructible, drop a few double blocks, and then you can get creative with this card. It's actually very good and has a lot of versatility. So very strong card. Up next is a card that I personally really liked. It wasn't in the original deck list that I found on this style of deck, and I wanted to add it, kind of like the Ozolith. I think this card's very good because it has 2 different options you can go with here when it enters the battlefield. You can put a 1/1 counter on a target creature, which I found out you can actually put onto the Druid if you have nothing else to play. So your Druid could technically be a 2/2 with a 1/1 counter on it, or you can proliferate, which is a card we're going to be bringing up over here. This Raptor, whenever it enters the battlefield, it proliferates. So it's kind of like this Raptor, obviously not as good because it doesn't have vigilance, but it does have the option of dropping a 1/1 counter on a creature. So the versatility is really, really strong there. So I really like the Druid, and it helps us curve out a lot too, because we have a lot of 2-drops here. We have our 1-drops, and then we have 3 2-drops, which is key to this deck. This right here, the Conclave Mentor, this I would argue is the engine of the deck. And the reason it's the engine is because whenever this is on the field and you get a 1/1 counter, you double those 1/1 counters. So this is what I meant by Pelt Collector becoming a 3/3 on turn 2. You drop a Pelt Collector, turn 1, turn 2 you drop your Mentor. That would be the perfect curve, because now your Pelt Collector not only gets the 1 token because the Mentor's a bigger creature, but it also gets an additional token, and you're swinging in for 3 on turn 2. So that would be the ideal curve. And then once everything starts getting tokens, you want to hang on to your Raptor for a little bit of a later game drop if possible, because you want to have everything with tokens on them. And then when you drop the Raptor, it will proliferate, causing all of your creatures to gain an additional 1/1 counter, which is really, really nice. And then we have the star of the show, Basri Ket. This is the guy I wanted to build a deck around. It's a newer plainswalker, so I really wanted to see what we could do with it. And green-white just seems to be the home for it. I just don't know how we can make this tier 1. I don't know if it's possible, but this is about as strong as I think we could have made it. There are a few other cards I wanted to give a shot in the deck, but we didn't get a chance to play test with yet. But I do think this final version I've got here is pretty good. We are winning a lot more games than I expected to with this deck. But Basri Ket here, its +1 is you drop a 1/1 counter on a target creature and giving it indestructible until the end of turn. So he obviously plays in really, really well. If we can get a Pelt Collector down, then a Mentor into a Basri Ket, we put the 1/1 token on the Mentor, making it a 4/4 because it gets double the tokens. And you could see how this would snowball and become a problem. Also, the -2 is pretty strong if you need to go wide and you have an opponent with a bunch of blockers. You'll see we actually had to do that in one of our games. Also, the -6 ultimate, not that hard to get to, because we have another planeswalker in Ajani that gives all of your creatures 1/1 counters, as well as your planeswalkers 1 more loyalty when you -2 on Ajani. So if you can get Basri Ket out following it with an Ajani, and you -2 on Ajani, you should be able to get to your Basri Ket's ultimate in no time. And the ultimate is actually super strong, and I really underestimated it myself. So be sure to look into that, guys. When you play this card, trying to ultimate it is not that crazy of an idea. So definitely keep an open mind with that. Up next, we have the Knight of Autumn, another really great versatile card. If you're up against Cat Oven, you can destroy artifacts. If you're up against a heavy enchantment deck, you can destroy enchantments. You can gain life, or you can just put on some 1/1 counters. This one, it will give you 2 1/1 counters to distribute onto the Knight Autumn itself. So it's basically up to 4 counters coming down on Knight of Autumn if you have a Conclave Mentor out on the field. So this is a no-brainer. Got to have it in the deck. And then Basri's Lieutenant. This card right here is pretty good because it not only has protection from multicolored, just like the Serpent, but it also distributes a 1/1 counter to your creatures, and it's also removal insurance as well. I don't like that this is a 4-drop. I felt like it was a little clunky in the deck being a 4-drop. It just didn't feel super great, but if you could drop one of these on the field, if you're up against a matchup where you're afraid of a board wipe or something like that, because when your creatures die with 1/1 tokens on them, it creates knights, these 2/2 knights. So it's really good insurance if you get swept. If you can pair that with the Ozolith and all your creatures die, they become 2/2 knights, and the following turn the Ozolith just gives them all back the 1/1 counters. It's very, very good insurance to board wipe threats. So keep that in mind. And then like I said, we have 2 Ajanis. This actually was the MVP of the show, guys, and I do think that you'll need to run at least 3 of these, but we'll talk about changing things at the end here and go over that after the gameplay. But that's the deck, guys. 2 Castle Garenbrigs was pretty good, and I also think that Karn's Bastion is really, really strong. We didn't get a chance to showcase it, but I did actually get a chance to use it off the video, and it works really, really well. So be sure to maybe add 1 or 2 more of these if you have the wild cards to spend. So obviously all your shock lands, which I don't have all the temple gardens, but make sure to run 4 of those and 4 of your temple plenties, and you're good to go. That's it. That's the deck list, and I hope you guys find some value in this. We're gonna jump right into the gameplay now, and we have a new cam too that I'm gonna be playing the gameplay on. So let me know what you guys think about the new cam setup. It is it's my room and all that in the background. So let me know what you guys think, and let's jump into the gameplay. After that, we'll come back here together, talk about maybe some things that we would change about the deck, some upgrades we can make, and that's it. We'll see you guys at the end. Have fun. Peace. I am excited. I'm excited to bring you guys this deck because it's a little bit different than I normally play. I'm usually doing a lot of plainswalker control-y type things, so it's gonna be interesting to go creature base here and get a little more aggro with it. All right, what do we got here? We got a weird hand. Got a weird hand here. Gonna mulligan this one. All right, and we got even a weirder hand. Okay, cool. We'll keep it. I understand. I get it. Should have took the first hand. Let's go ahead and scry. Get that out of the way. We're gonna bin that. We'll be seeing ya. Just don't give me another land. Then I'll feel really silly. And please don't be sacrifice deck. That would be also really bad. Teamer, okay. I feel like I want to pay the 2 life here, but that's fine. We will do this. Yeah, we're off to a really slow start here. If we're able to pull this one out, it's going to be pretty good because we're not curving so hot here. Could have used a Serpent or a Pelt Collector to start this off. So this should be interesting. There's a Pelt Collector. I'll take it. Yeah. Our opponent's got instant speed. Oh, no, you're kidding. Oh, actually, you know what? Thank you. I don't mind that play at all. Because now our Pelt Collector gets 2 1/1s. I will take it. I do think that was a misplay, so we'll take it. I feel much better about that, actually. Then we can go Basri. Give a token here. Oh, no. That's a pretty good card. That's a pretty good card. Ooh. This is going to be interesting. No blocks. You can have that one. I could give Indestructible and Proliferate. That would be a play. Let's do this. Watch this. Okay, we're gonna try something here. We're gonna try to kill the land here with some trickery. So what they're gonna do here is we're gonna swing in with both of these on the Nissa. They're gonna put the goose here to block. Okay, or not. They're gonna let their Nissa die. I don't think they understand that the Brazen Borrower can only block flyers. Feels bad, man. Feels really bad. All right. Well, appreciate it. We'll take it because our creatures are going to get bigger than their creatures in no time. So we do need to be concerned a little bit about the fact that Brazen Borrower can just keep swinging in here. How do we want to do this? Proliferate, probably. Yeah, let's just proliferate, and then we can use our heroic intervention. Let's go and scry here. Don't need another land. See, we gotta leave some things back to block, though, you know? Yeah, I think we heroic intervention on the block. Obviously, and we just swing in with these two. It's gonna be a race. Definitely gonna be a race. That brazen borrower is the only thing I'm worried about. At least now we can double block here and kill it. Guess we don't need the heroic intervention, do we? I don't know. Yeah, we do now. They lose that brazen, which is really nice. That was actually a big heroic intervention there. Okay, so now we need something big here. Something big. That goose is no bueno for us because they have another blocker now and food. We can only take 2 more shots after this with the brazen. That's fine. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, let's do this. Do this that way. All the gooses are gone. And we hope our opponent top decks something weak. And we should be able to win. I hope. I hope. Wish me luck, guys. That food, though. Yikes. Gaining that health. Creates another food token. Smart. Pretty smart. Saving 1 more blocker here. Yikes. Opponent's on some tricky stuff. Okay, how do we one-shot our opponent here? Is it going to be enough? I don't know with the food situation. I'd like for them to just eat it now so I can see. How much does it give? 3? It gives 3, so. Going to be at 11. Can we deal 11 damage? I think we can deal 11 damage here. Oh man, who do I play? Probably the Conclave, huh? And then we plus. If we Conclave here, plus here, that would be four, 5, 6. I think that's exactly enough. Oh my goodness, did we do it? I think we just did it. Boom! Let's go. Right at the last minute. I wasn't sure, man. And guys, don't laugh at me for how long that took, okay? I'm bad at math. All right. Don't make fun of me. Okay, let's see what we got here. So we have the Ozolith. That's interesting. I kind of want to play that. But I don't like this hand. I'm not going to lie to you guys and say that this hand looks pretty good. Because I don't think it does look very good. I'm going to keep it, though. Right after I say a hand's bad, I keep it generally. That's usually what happens. Then we end up losing. I really want to play the Ozolith and show you guys how sick it is. So, just give it a shot here. Opponent scries to the top right out of the gate. Not good. Got ourselves a little 2/2 here now, and it's gonna proliferate. Continue to grow. Another heroic intervention. Not great. I love this Raptor here. This Raptor is so clutch for this deck. Alright, what's our opponent grabbing here? Thought Erasure, no! Well, you're only gonna have one thing to take, so. Let's do this. And this. Feels pretty strong. Feels like a good start. As long as our opponent doesn't have a board wipe. Okay, it's not a board wipe. Interesting. Maybe we could jabate him. Ooh, let's do this. Jabate him. Make it look like that one card is so good. Haha, let's go! I've played that deck too many times to know the tricks. That can kill it. That can be killed. So let's do that. I want to make sure all of them can swing in without us losing anybody. I almost gave it to the lieutenant, but this would have died to the Oracle. So I want to make sure that nobody died. Keep everything flowing. And now we can go really, really wide here. Just no sweepers, please. Please. Okay, that's fine. Not a lot to choose from. And do we have, I mean, we have lethal, so what's our opponent going to do about it? As long as we don't see an extinction event or a ritual, I think we're gonna be all right. There we go. They actually could have survived that attack, I think, right? Yeah, that would have. Oh no, they couldn't have. I'm sorry, I forgot I had 2 lieutenants out there. For some reason, I thought I only had 2. All right, on to the next one. We'll take it. Okay, so we have a hand. This is a hand. Can we make it work? That's the question. I do not know. How come we can't seem to find a Pelt Collector or a Serpent? That's so weird. Like on opening hand, you know? That'd be really nice. Oh, speak of the devil. Just kidding. Yeah, we'll do that. And then the Conclave would be ideal to play next, but I don't want to scry, obviously. That would throw us off our curve. Looks like we're scrying. Ozolith. Ooh, I'll take it. Didn't really get to showcase the Ozolith last game, so we'll take it. They're on Gruul, it looks like. Gruul with the ramp card makes me think not Gruul? I don't know. We'll see. Gruul enchants. Interesting. I mean, I'm happy to make this trade-off. Okay, thought they were going to attack there. Let's drop the Mentor. Mentor always comes first. Then the Ozolith. And we swing. Then we swing. And now the heroic intervention is sweet here. But we also don't need it because if we die, everything goes right to the Ozolith. Whoa, what just happened? Wait. All right, well, I decided to come back because I had to all right, we're gonna forget that ever happened. We're going to the next game. All right, well, we just got absolutely, I don't even know the word for it. We got evaporated off the face of the earth just now. So let's see if we can't bounce back from that. We do go first with a really sick hand, just no white mana, so we're gonna gamble here and we're gonna go for it. What word am I trying to think of here? There's a word I'm thinking of. It's not destroyed, because destroyed is too light of a word, you know? We got obliterated, absolutely mopped. Well, this ain't good. We're not gonna draw the mana, of course. Could really use the mana, and we could get some really fun stuff going here. There we go. It's a scry though. Not great, not great. Gonna drop a couple conclaves. Hopefully we draw right into a plains. That'd be sweet. Double up the conclave right away. We're off to a very slow start though. Ooh, we did it. Look at that. All right. Now we're talking. Let's go. All right, we kill the Arboreal Grazer. Feels good. I think we're just gonna play. I don't know. What do we play here? Another mentor? I just feel like we're going a little too slow. We should probably start applying some counters here. I think we need to add some more counters. I would love to play another mentor here, but I just feel like it's a little bit slow. Oh no. Well, that's no good. That is no bueno. But our opponent really hasn't done anything, and they've missed land drops, so we are looking pretty solid right now. Yeah, they scoop. Well, that wasn't much of a game, unfortunately. I was hoping to proliferate with all three of these mentors out there. It would have been sick. All right, let's get to the next one. Man, I'm not used to these games flying by as fast as they are, because we typically are running like something kind of control-y. So it's nice. It's nice to just be able to get as many games in as possible. Like, we're just flying through them, so you guys get a lot of different looks, which is cool. Sorry, I hope that wasn't loud. I just bumped my mic. All right. Ooh, here we go. Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Let's keep this one. This is a good starting hand. Serpent right into Ozolith, right into the Raptor. Oof. Feels good. All right, we're gonna keep. The only way that this would be better if we were on the play. Ozolith. Then we'll play a 2/2 Serpent. Then we'll proliferate. And then Ajani will come out and ensure that we have tokens on everybody to disperse to the Ozolith if we were to get board wiped or removed. Ooh, the mentor. Come on, come on. Who do I play first? Mentor, right? Gotta be the mentor. I guess this is fine too. We can always play the Raptor turn 5, so we can mentor here, Serpent for 3, and then Ajani giving everybody tokens, and then proliferating. So we got all of our turns pretty well mapped out here, as long as we're not gonna get countered. If this is like Simic Flash or something, that'd be really annoying, but we'll see. And turn. Rose Spiral, okay. So it's not Simic Flash. Okay, Teamer, okay. So my stuff was probably gonna get bounced, I'm sure. Look out for Brazen Borrower. Okay, throws down an opt. I'm okay with that. Especially on main phase, definitely okay with that. Means they're probably hurting for the land. Serpent for 3. Okay, Serpent comes down, gets that extra token, thanks to our Mentor. Serpent looking pretty strong here. It is susceptible to a bounce, but boom, Ozolith would get all 4 of those 1/1s on it. Man, my deck just keeps giving. Let's go for Ajani. We're still gonna stick to Ajani. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with Basri. I shouldn't have shocked that in. I shocked that in because I was thinking Ajani, but we're actually gonna go Basri here. Because Ajani we want a -2, and we only get 2 of them. So we want to make sure Basri's out there too, so we get full effect. Because if Ajani -2, Basri actually gets a loyalty counter as well. So we want to get everybody involved. Opponent probably looking to drop an explosion on me here in a minute. I'm waiting for the Wilderness Reclamation to hit the board. There it is. But as long as our opponent's not on heavy counters, I think we're okay. Okay, here comes the explosion. Probably gonna kill our Mentor, which is fine. Stonecoil Serpent then inherits the 2 tokens. Okay, okay, I see. That's not bad though either for us. This, then I wouldn't be able to, Actually, this is great because then these both be 6/6. And then we can swing in with, oh yeah, this is good. Okay, we're fine. Ajani. Oh, opponent wants to quit. Come on, let me do all my cool stuff. I want to do all my cool things, man. Well, that was fun though. That was a good one. Man, we're kind of on a roll here, I'm not gonna lie. Just churning and burning these games, guys. Churning and burning. I'm happy though. I'm happy we're able to get cram in so many games into one video. It's nice. Nice change of pace. I'd love to hear what you guys think also about the new setup. If you guys like the room behind me, the cam. I think that's pretty cool. I used to have it this way, but not as cool. I didn't have like the rounded edges and stuff. All right, we're definitely mulliganing this hand. That's just not good. Okay, this is good. But again, man, we're scrying. I gotta buy my shock lands. I don't know what I'm doing here. Gotta buy those shock lands, man. Gotta invest. It's gonna be too late though. Rotation's gonna hit before I buy all my shock lands. Okay. Yeah, scry. Raptor's not terrible, but I would like to see a land right after. Yeah, I don't want the Raptor right this moment. It's interesting that the Raptor, yeah, I don't know. I don't think we need it. Don't think we need it. Opponent's on some weird stuff. Not too sure what's going on here. Yeah, let's do the Mentor. That way our Pelt Collector becomes a 3/3. Opponent says good game. What in the world? Don't tell me they're gonna concede. I hope that was more trash talk than them wanting to concede, because that wouldn't be fun. I hope they're actually trash talking me. That'd be funny. Okay, maybe a real permanent card among them. What's with all the lands? What's their win con? To outland me? I don't understand. Basri first. Basri into Ajani. We know the drill here. We kind of done this. We've taken the same line a few different times now. Thanks. Opponent's got 25 health already though, so they've gained quite a bit of health. Ajani is where we're gonna really put the nail in the coffin here. I really like Ajani in this deck. I think we need to maybe throw in one more actually. I want to make sure we draw it almost every game. All right. I don't want to say good game back. I feel like that's kind of mean. We're not. We haven't won yet. Opponent could definitely have some removal with the swamps here. Our opponent's way too nice. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Man, I love when we get to ultimate our plainswalkers. Dang, we're swinging in for some damage here, guys. Opponent's trying though, I respect it. I definitely respect it that they're playing it out a little bit more. But they blocked the one with trample, unfortunately. I can't lie, I forgot I had trample too. It gains trample after it hits 5 tokens. Ugh, feels bad, man. Man, this deck is a lot of fun. Really fast though. All right, this I think is honestly like game 7 or something like that. So regardless of the outcome, I think we'll have it in the video, and then we will call it from there. That's 7 games is a lot, but I do feel like they were all short. I don't know. We'll see how the length of the video comes out. I want to try to keep it under 50 minutes. It's kind of the goal always, to keep it under 50. We're gonna mulligan that hand. Oh, I like it, but not enough lands. It's gonna be a scary one to keep here. This is a scary keep. We're on the play too, so yikes. Submit. 3/3 Pelt Collector coming in hot. Turn 2. Seems to be the theme of the deck. 3/3 Pelt Collector to the face. They took my proliferate land. No. Don't need another one of those. Do I want to do this or do I want to do this? I don't know. It looks like they're on some mill, so I don't think the Ozolith is that important right now. We're not too worried about removal. Let's put a 1/1 here. Actually, I probably should have done it on the Pelt Collector. Shoot. Because I would have liked to have killed that wall, but... Oh, another wall. Gosh darn it, how exciting. Another wall. Gotta go wide here for 1 damage. Mill decks are fun though. I'm not gonna lie, I like playing mill, but I also don't like to lose a lot. Not to be rude, but I just think mill decks they're not quite there yet. I did see a really cool Song of Creation mill deck though. That was pretty interesting. That might be something to look into. I know somebody had requested to see me play a Song of Creation deck. Might be something I do. Just gonna keep going wide here. They are going to avoid blocking the Pelt Collector so they can keep their walls alive. I guess that's pretty smart because you want to get more value out of them. But they are in trouble here. They're on the clock with only 38 cards left in my deck. That's It's a lot of cards to get through before I get all these guys in. I could just Basri Ket -2 here. Let's do it. I'm gonna do the Basri Ket -2 just to show you guys how it works. Actually, that whole playing all this blue devotion, getting Thassa down, might have just changed my mind on that. I don't know. We could go super wide, but I don't know. That's a good draw. Holy cow. Yeah, we're gonna -2 here. Here we go. See what our opponent decides to do here. Blocks with the indestructible, of course. Sure. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, that wasn't worth it. Probably should have just plussed it there. Probably should have just plussed there. You know what I really... what do I want to draw? What would be good to draw here? Ajani. Ajani be solid. We are going super wide though, so... You know what though? Actually, -2 here might actually get us the win if we do it again. Because that would make us go so wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. We got a lot of people coming through here. Yeah, this should be the win. I'm not even gonna do the math. This should definitely be the win. Let's get it. Everybody go. Okay, well that was anticlimactic. I was trying to time that. Come on, guy. What are we doing here? You gonna bounce something? Just gonna give the counters to the Ozolith. Oh, yeah, to tap. Makes sense. Dang it. Well, that's only 3 1/1s. Let's see how that pans out. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is getting through. Yep, that's GG's. Boom! I respect the effort though. That was a good move there, tapping down the Pelt Collector. I didn't think about that. But unfortunately, we still got through. Yep, and they realized it now. All right, guys, that has been a really fun set of games. I definitely think we got enough time though for the full content of the video, so we're probably going to cut here to me at a later time and break down the deck and what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it. And I do think this deck was pretty consistent overall, but let's go ahead and do a rundown. We'll see ya. All right, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this deck. It was a lot of fun for me to play. It was a nice little breath of fresh air to kind of change up the style of deck I played. A little bit more simple of a deck to play. Definitely some choices still need to be made in the game. Don't get me wrong, it's not like a super easy deck to play, but it's a lot more beginner friendly, I'd say. I do really obviously love Basri Ket and Ajani. They worked so well together. Those two cards I definitely do not want to change. I would like to add an additional Ajani somehow and cut something else somewhere else. Maybe cut one Ozolith because we really didn't have a whole lot of opportunities to use it. But I do expect that if you play this on the ladder, you're going to be running into a lot more control decks that do run sweepers like Shatter the Sky. So I do really like it being in the deck. Maybe we would cut another Basri's Lieutenant. I wouldn't mind only running 3 of these, maybe even 2. We didn't get a whole lot of opportunity to play Basri's Lieutenant, I don't think at all. He's very, very strong, and the text is, you know, proof of that. But being a 4-drop in this deck is tough because Ajani comes out and does a lot. You know, as a turn 4, Ajani does a lot. And Basri, you know, it gets to 1/1 right away, but it doesn't really do a whole lot for the board state and as far as our aggressiveness. And so I don't know. He just seems a little bit clunky. Let me know. I'd love to hear what you guys would change about the deck. Please feel free in the comments below. Let me know maybe some cards that you would add to the deck and maybe some cards you'd cut and why. And I'd really appreciate that. And if you made it this far, I really do appreciate you guys so much for the support and hanging out as long as you have. It means the world to me. Just be sure before you leave, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And I'd love for you guys to join the family. But that's it for this week's video, and we'll get started right on the next one, and we'll see you in the next one. I think this video, I don't even know when this video is really going to be coming out, so I guess I'll see you on the next one. All right, peace.